There is a major news. There is a major news that is currently trending now. The news regards to the recovery that EFCC made, recovery of 753 housing units in Abuja. They recovered has and they have handed it over to I think to Ministry of Urban Planning also. It was handed over, and the person they ask for recovery is someone that everybody is not someone that some people may know, some people may not know. It's someone that everybody knows. I will mention the name later in this video. But before I continue saying anything about the video, I would like us to see the interview that the EFCC boss, EFCC chairman granted. So it not look as though I'm just talking based on speculation. So you will see that I'm talking based on facts. Let's see the video.
How will you describe this effort of the federal government through the EFCC?
It's a testimony to the new hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that gave us the go-ahead to do our work and ensure that we use the instrumentality of the fight against corruption to stimulate the economy. And I believe this will add value to our economy by doing free, and it's also give opportunity to Nigerians who have been yearning, hardworking, to own a property. By the time we are through with this, like the Honorable Minister said yesterday, through a transparent and accountable process, the federal government will determine what we're going to do further. Thank you very much.
Certainly, this is a win for you may call it, because it's a proceeds of crime that has been recovered by the EFCC, and we thank them for that effort. And we have taken over today. We have taken possession of this estate today. And we will commence our own work, especially we have to do integrity test of the structure that are standing here to confirm their own structural stability. And then from that, we go on and assess how to complete them and then make them public for public disposal in order for government to recover some of the proceeds.
Lisa, people have complaints that sometimes these properties may not get to the ordinary Nigerians. What assurance are we getting that ordinary Nigerians will still be the ones to get these properties?
Well, ordinary Nigerian will be very much involved because the disposal will be transparent, as I said earlier. And we already have a renewed hub portal that we are selling some of the renewed hub estates across the country. And we'll key this project into that portal, especially when the construction towards the completion of the estate has commenced. By then, people will be able to know what type of houses they want to buy, when the physical structure of each of the units are revealed. Because sometimes you can't even know what you are buying until the physical structure of the houses are revealed. So people should exercise patience, and I will come out with an advertisement on process of acquiring these estates. Well, I have to seriously commend the chairman, Mr. Olawale, on this outstanding recovery. As you can remember, this is the biggest recovery ever done in this country. And 753 housing units being recovered within a short spell of his appointment, just less than a year or so. And this has happened. And more recoveries are ongoing, and I'm sure Nigerians that with him on board, the chairman, will get more of such recovery, and Nigerians will be better for it.
Irrespective of this performance of the EFCC, some Nigerians are backlashing the effort of the EFCC. Maybe some are feeling they are behind and they are not up to the task. What is your message to Nigerians giving moral support to the EFCC?
Well, they should keep trust on what the government is doing, because I'm sure he drives his own desire from the goodwill of Mr. President. He has given him all the leverage, all the goodwill. He has gotten it for him to work, and he's utilizing that very well. So Nigerians should have trust on the EFCC to its own efforts to ensure that they make a free, corrupt nation.
Thank you very much.
Now, if you look at this, he said a lot. If you can see the property. You can see the property, according to them, is 753 housing units. And if you look, those properties they are not just anyhow property. These are duplex. Some are even about two-story building. Two-story building. This is something 750 money where one person carry. Now, if you look at those houses, none of those houses with worth less than 200 million. Those houses, none will, if it is finished, none will worth less than 200. As in to build it, what was spent to build the house. Of course, this is in Abuja, so it will be they will build it to standards, as in, because it will be sold. It will be sold. So none will be built worth a less than 200 million. Imagine how much this man steal. Now, the person that that I did they didn't say the person, so I checked. What I found out was it was a mere fellow that owns the property. You know what happened after the election? How the saga, how he was arrested, and a lot. You know what all happened? It was one that, according to them, the property is owned by a mere fellow. It is sad to see that one person could take such amount. Now, do the calculation, 700. Do the calculation and see how much this man took from Nigerians. How much this man took out of Nigeria to invest in real estate. That his tenth, as in where his tenth generation will not be able to exhaust the money. One person. You know the sad part of this is Emefiele is into banking sector. He's of course the governor of central bank, the CBN. He has the influence over banks. He can actually get the funds he needs to facilitate this project. He can actually get the funds through loan. But it is sad to see that in this part of the world, it has become a culture when all these politicians and public office holders and their colleagues and their supporters, whenever they want to do something, they want to invest in a business or whatever, instead of them going through the right sources and to get a loan from bank and all of that, they will want to cut corner. He is interested in such a business instead of him to do what he is supposed to do, like other big men and investors do, which is go for loan instead of him to do what is required of him to do. He decided to take Nigerian money and invest, and then the property becomes his. He will not share it with anybody. That is his plan. Yeah, we as this country, I know. You see, these people, I don't know the kind of devil that is inside of them. But the same man will go they carry Bible when he started to carry Bible when all his crime has caught up with him. Now, it is funny to see that it's what he is going through. It's not because that he's going through that because he committed a crime that requires him to go through all of that. No, that is not the reason he is going through all of this. It is because the person that is in power is not a boy to the person that is in power. That is why he's going through all of this. He's not loyal to him. You know what happened before the election, how he frustrated them. He wanted to frustrate them. He wanted to frustrate, he actually frustrated them anyway. They could not see money to carry out whatever it is they want to do so that they're able to win the election. So we know what happened. We know why this man went through what he is going through. We know what happened. But regardless to that, he committed a crime. But to me, he committed again. He should be punished. He should serve his term for committing. But my problem is he is not going through all this because of the crime he committed. It is because he is not loyal to some persons. That is why he's going through all of this. He's not loyal. If had it been he was loyal, before no they hear all these things, see all these news where they fly this property, we wouldn't have heard anything, any dime, for no even know. We wouldn't have heard anything. Just because he's not loyal. That is why all these things is coming out. If you watch the interview, you see how this man is praising Tinubu, how the EFCC boss is praising Tinubu on fighting corruption. What about other politicians that is in the net of that is in the list of EFCC as corrupt politicians? What about of other public holders? What about Yaya Bello? What about Godswill Akpabio? What have been done to them? Nothing. Why? Because they are loyal to somebody because they are loyal. So that is why nothing has happened to them yet. If deeming they were not loyal, they would have been facing the same fate. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Why are they not using the same energy they used on Emefiele, on other politicians? Why are they not using the same energy? We know countless politicians that has been mentioned by the EFCC, that is in the net, that is in the list. Let me say the list of the EFCC. Till today, nothing has happened to them. I'm not saying they should not pay for their crime. They should pay for their crime. Imagine the kind of money this man took. Imagine what this will not be the justice. This will not be just what this is just part of what he stole. This is just part of it. Imagine how much this man took from Nigeria. It is bad. It is sad. Now this reminds me. I made a video about it. That during the Buhari tenure, he set up a panel to recover stolen funds. And according to the man, he got a tip from one uh, from one firm in the United States that there is a money in one of the U.S. banks. Was it in Texas or Arizona, which is amounting to $69 billion. And according to him, he presented this to Buhari and the Attorney General of Nigeria. Buhari didn't give him any reply. Attorney General of Nigeria didn't give any reply. He needed a go ahead order for him to recover these funds. Buhari didn't pay any attention to it. Why? Maybe he have seen that these people are people that is loyal to him. Till today, when me and you dey here, that money, you no hear any story about. According to the man, it was published. You can go and read about. You can research the information. According to him, it was published on Punch. Till today, that money they never brought back that money to Nigeria. This is just selective justice. They are only going after those that are not loyal to them. If you are not loyal, they go after you. They rubbish you. Once you see them running towards, okay, you say, okay, I'm loyal, I'm loyal. The case dies, and that is what Ababio did when he was in PDP after he dropped as a governor. They were coming after him. What happened? He quickly ran and joined APC. And what's happening? You are not hearing anything about all the things he has been alleged to do. It is sad. It is painful. It is painful. Now, some people might start dragging this based on it's not this is not something about region something. Once you are not loyal, you are a target. It's not something about because you come from a certain region. It's not all about that. It's because he was not loyal. He tried to frustrate them. That is why they are after him. And the EFCC boss that is thanking Tinubu and all of that. Why what has happened to Eyabelo and that of Gospel Akpabio's case? What is happening to it? You can't just say you are fighting corruption and then the corruption you are fighting is selective corruption. You are not fighting the EFCC boss, you are not fighting any corruption. If it is selective, it's good. Another thing, I see these housing units. It will shock you to know that, and on the long run, you will find and on the long run, you will find out that this house will be split. They will split it among themselves. This is what they share. Then go share it within themselves. And that will be it. They will share it among them, and that will be it. They say it will get to common Nigeria. Me, I don't believe that is a lie. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. They are still the ones that are going to take it over.